भाइल मात्रै बजायो भने पनि मोनोटोनस हुन्छ अनि त्यसलाई अलिकति डिफ्रेन्स ल्याउनको लागि के चाहियो त अरू बाजाहरू चाहियो त्यही कारणले हामीले चाहिँ यो चाहिँ वर्कसप गरेको
And just let me just show you first. Thumb here, and on this string, it's got so is the pressure coming from the first finger, not from the pinky. The pressure, all the pressure you're playing, is that first finger is doing it. So when you're playing away from the lower part, this first finger gets more and more active. Yes, you're right. Violin came first. I was just testing. Because violin came like, I would say 1500 and cello came 1600. So that's why sometimes we call this one instrument violoncello. Anyone knows violoncello? In the music we see sometimes violoncello. I know. So this is actually instrument we came, and all the technique in it came from violin technique. Because you guys who plays violin, you hold like this, no? I cannot do it here. But then, this holding, it came like this. Violin holding like this, violin, no? Your first thumb is behind here. But for cellos, we move the thumb and it came like this. Violin is over here, and then you change to this. Okay, so we'll play something today. Me and Nishad, you all know Nishad, no?
Yes.
Yes. And we'll play something very simple today to begin with. And I just want you to listen to the cello sound. And basically the whole idea is we're trying to encourage some students to play. You know, and hopefully next time when I come, I'll see cello students growing from here. You all know this, right? Don't you? Yes? Now there's a variation style with the cello part and twinkle star. Now, how many strings can you see on this instrument?
4.
Anyone knows the names? CGAD? Who said CGAD? Oh, very good. Yes, exactly. Yeah, so we are C, G, A, D, and also another instruments in between violin and cello. Viola. Yes, yes, sounds like you're almost spelling like viola, no? It's a viola. Okay, now viola is also same strings like C, G. That's right. And their voice is between that violin and the cello. In fact, from the cello, we are 2 octaves above. Violin is 2 octaves, and viola is 1 octave higher. Okay, so we'll play another song, and this song you may know this song. Okay, so should I play the cello one? Yeah. Okay. But you want to play the cello one? No. Okay. You all played us? Did you play this before? The name? No. So, try again. Go tell Aunt Rodi. Yes, that's the one. Okay, and now when we play, what do you call that? Pizzicato. Can you all say pizza? Pizza? It's called pizzicato. If you can say pizza, you can say pizzicato. Yeah, pizzicato means plucking. Basically, it means pluck. Okay, all the names that we find, like moderato, allegro, andante, are these words English words? Or are these Chinese words? Not Chinese, no? It's not Chinese. What do you think? Italian, yes, they are. Pizzicato sounds like pasta, no? Like pizza. Yes, it's a pizzicato. Means plucking, how you pluck it. Okay, now see the difference how you're playing the cello is totally different. Yeah, even the bow holding is different. You see how you hold the violin bow is almost like this, no? Pinky on the top. Yeah, just like this. And if you change the cello, our pinky goes like this. See? If we Nishad show them how we are holding this, see? This is also this is called cello bow holding, and this is more violin holding. The reason is this instrument, I can see the strings are much thicker, no?
Yeah.
Much thicker, and we need much heavier arm onto the instrument. So if you have it here, too much light is lighter. We need much heavier sound to play on the strings. Okay, now the lowest strings you can see is the C string and then G. Now I'm going to let you try someone playing cello. Yeah. Now everything takes time. Don't think that you're going to learn it today. Okay, it takes time. It's just basically, how many of you playing violin here? Can you raise your hand? And how many years have you been practicing violin? 5 years, all of you? Someone 6 years, 7 years?
No,
All 5 years?
5, 3.
Oh wow. How many years you playing? 4 years. Anyone playing 3 years?
Yeah, there.
Even 3 years. Anyone 2 years? 1 year?
Yeah.
2 years. Okay?
1 year.
1 year. Okay? Now, I want to ask these questions to you all. Why do you play violin? Why do you play violin? Why do you learn to play violin? What is the reason? Did you hear someone playing violin, or did you just want to play violin? I'll tell you my story, because when I was given instrument to play, my name first I started playing 13 years old, 1-3. It's kind of very late, to be honest. The best time I would say for about 5 to 6 years. That's the best time to play cello, even younger. And if you go to China, you'll see like they're playing in 2 years, 3 years they're playing. And tiny cello, even smaller than that. This is actually you can see a small cello. Yeah. And that the China is even smaller than this. This is nothing. They're little. Can you imagine tiny 2 years a little girl carrying a cello like this? Hardly can have any pressure here. You can press the strings. Now, when my school asked me to play cello, I didn't want to play cello. I absolutely hated it. So, because my uncle actually was playing violin, so I said to my teacher, "Can I please change to violin? Because violin is, well, you know, my uncle is playing." So my teacher says, "Okay, the headmaster called you," and I knew it's not gonna be easy. So I went to headmaster's, and headmaster says, "Yo, so you want to play violin?" And what was the reason? And I said, "I think violin is easier. This is smaller, and cello is difficult. It's bigger." And my teacher said, "You're very stupid." Okay, so I wanted to play cello and get out from my office now, and I ran. And I tell you, first 6 months I played cello with very sad face because I didn't want to play cello. So my heart was like violin, 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 violin. And after 6 months, I just loved it. The sound, because this cello sound is our voice closer. Violin is much higher. But cello is in there, our voice. That's why I like. And also viola also. You can hear the viola. It's easy to control that sound. Okay? So we'll play another song. We'll play this one. Inspiration. guys, Deutscher. I'm sure some of you probably played Deutscher studies. Violin also has, cello also has. Now, I want to have someone to come and try on the instruments. Yeah, it may not be a full size here, well, this, half size we have, but you can always try and see what happens. Okay, so you want to come first? Yeah. Stand for 1 second. The challenge is actually playing cello. Is first is how you're sitting down on the chair. You know, sometimes when we are playing in the orchestra, and I'm not saying all the violins do it. See, violins usually tend to go like this. You know, they're like feeling like old, 90 years old. You know, we have to be always alert, sitting on the chair, on the front side of the chair. So it's like front side. Never going back, leaning forward and playing cello like that. We cannot do it. We have to be like front, like this. And you can see how I'm sitting down and the cello going in the center here and both legs here. Okay? The reason I'm setting the whole class so everybody can see as well, and so as well as you. So you can see this part is going here and my both legs are holding it. Okay, now for your case, I have to lower it, this part. Now these things we call here, we call it cello end pin. Yeah, you see, cellos are actually dangerous because we are always carrying a weapon in our hand. So sometimes when we are very not happy, no, don't do that. I'm just saying because my teacher always used to say that. You know, we are always carrying a weapon here. And it's very sharp, by the way, this part here. So be very careful. Okay, and this is the one we end pin, we adjust this bigger or smaller according to our size. Now, long time ago, we didn't have this. We used to play cello like this. We have to play cello like this. We didn't have the end pin then. So we're playing cello like this. Yeah, and also probably we're holding the bow like this, how we play sarangi. Yeah, we're playing like this. We're playing like this, but we change the bow holding, and then later on we used to play like all that. This is called baroque holding. We play cello like this. So, and also cello is kind of slightly tilted this side, so you can see our hands and fingers while playing it. And then clever person invented this. Let me see, let me just fix it. Oh. Nisha, why does it come out? Oh, like this. Okay, okay. Hang on. This is different from my cello. Oh, I see. Okay, so, and then now we adjust this bigger or smaller. So for him, I would say like this. Okay, and then now in the violin, do you have this part? Yes, we do, right? All of us, you have it. Now this part we call chin of the cello, chin, like this, chin. And this part of the cello stays, you can see Nishad is holding the, see, his chin is above his shoulder. We need to have this chin stays above our shoulder. And if it goes too high, like this, then our shoulder goes high. The shoulder should be just there. Okay? So now, what's your name?
Adit.
Adit? Okay, come Adit, have a sit down. Now, you see he's sitting on the chair, and make sure both legs, yes, and come a little forward slightly. That's good. Now, I'm going to put the cello in the front here. Sometimes it kind of works with the bigger cello since you don't have it. It's not so bad. Now, for you, just stay straight, okay? Don't go down like 90 years old. Okay, now, put hand for here for 1 second. Okay? And now, watch this very carefully. This is very important, those who are playing cello. You have to have these legs come forward a little bit. That's the one, you see? Never be hiding in the back. You see, when you're playing much longer, we cannot do funny things because we are playing and a little bit of relaxing at the same time. This is we should be holding, okay? And also making sure your back is straight when you're holding the cello. Don't go like this, yeah? Or don't go lean back on the chair, okay? Now, can you give a nice hug to your cello? Nice hug to both of your hands. You see, we need to have, when you're playing cello, these two shoulder, we shouldn't go like this. When you're hugging someone, do you hug like this someone? No, right? You always shoulder relaxes. So when you're playing it, it always goes like this. You never go like that. See how Nishal is holding? You see? Nishal is not playing like this. Yeah. So this is the way you want to have. All the shoulders nice relaxed. Now, so for Adi, put your hand here for 1 second. So I'm going to let him try. First stage, it's a pizzicato. This is the pizzicato first stage to teach him, right? Now, this is your thumb, no? So not this hand can rest here. This hand, I would like you to put your thumb here for 1 second. Okay? Now, and let me just show you first. Thumb here, and on this string, pizzicato. So your pizzicato first finger, this finger, thumb here, and pizzicato. Try that. Very good, very good. Now, keep holding like this. Okay, now go to the C string again. Now, everyone can see his left hand is quite low right now. As he's going higher strings, and his left hand is going to go higher and higher. So when he's in the lower string, this applies on the violin playing as well, by the way. If you're playing violin, the E string is here, and then your A strings, and D strings, and G strings. And the same thing happens on the cello. So when you're on the lowest string, the C strings, his elbow is quite low. Now, to make sure, don't rest your arm here. Okay? Don't worry, don't worry. It's the first time you're learning. Now go to the G string slightly. Next string is G string. Now see, this goes slightly higher. And next strings, and next strings. But all happens to the elbow, not the shoulder. Okay? So when you're playing the instruments, it doesn't go like shoulder doesn't go like this. It's all going our elbow going towards the A string and back down towards the C string. So let's try again. So C string first and pizzicato maybe like this. Try that. Don't worry. Yeah, and then go to the next strings. And next strings. And next strings. And that's how it happens. And this applies when you're holding the bow. This is the first stage, understanding how you're doing a pizzicato. And then this applies in a violin playing as well. Yeah? Because sometimes, if you don't change your level of the hand, you're going like this, your wrist breaking. If you go with the elbow, you're not breaking the wrist, you go straight line. So higher and back like this. Not the shoulder. Yeah? And both shoulders have to be so relaxed when you're playing it. Relax like this. Yeah? Okay? Now, I'm going to let him try with the bow holding. Now, this is a tricky one. So, anyone has a pencil or a pen in your hand? Oh, here. Yes. Good. Now, can you all do a bunny rabbit for me? Bunny rabbit? Yes? Now, you can see my hand like this. And round the fingers, not like this. Bunny rabbit with the round. Bunny rabbit, yeah, that's the one. So this is how you practice your bow holding at home also. You take a pencil or a pen, you put it through there. This. Right? And then you all know that for violin players, you put your pinky on the top, no? Yes? On the top of the finger, yes? And then the first finger just balances there. But make sure your thumb and these two fingers stays right opposite to each other. Because most time I see a lot of students, your thumb is far too behind here and you're straining it. Yeah? Always make sure bunny rabbit is nice, rounded. Now, I have a question to you all. If I'm holding this bow, if I'm a violin player, if I'm holding this bow, tell me here, if I take my pinky off, what will happen to the bow? Bow will stay straight? Yes? No, right? Do you know why? If I take the pinky off, what happens? It goes. Because pinky is balancing the bow. Balancing. Pinky is balancing the bow, see? If the pinky goes, all goes. Now what is first finger doing? And the bow holding? Pardon? Support, not quite support. It's more than that. Pressure. It's the pressure coming from the first finger, not from the pinky. The pressure, all the pressure you're playing is that first finger is doing it. So when you're playing away from the lower part, this first finger gets more and more active. So when you're going higher, and this first finger gets more active, and back again, and relaxes. Pressure comes and relaxes. This is what you do when you're playing violin. So that means you're using the full part of the bow. Most time we find very easy to play here, isn't it? We find it's very easy. We always play here, but we hardly go here. It's easy. Every time teacher says, okay, play me scale, da 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 da, we never go here. Full bow, full bow. Yeah, and also straight bow when you're playing on the violin. Okay, now I'm letting him try that. First, show me the pencil again. Bunny rabbit. Okay, good. And so if I could help you with the pencil first, inside. Yeah. Now, difference between violin and cello. Pinky doesn't go on the top anymore. Pinky goes a little more down here. Yeah. Now, if you can see the first finger, tilt it slightly. Now, keep all the down. All down, don't worry, it's okay. That's very good, very good. And this first finger is like almost like a fish hook. Yeah? So now everybody can see this. But this is the difference between the violin and cello. Cello is pinky is more down here. Yeah? But now that's good. Now I'm going to ask you one more question. Now, when you're holding your bow, what does the thumb do? Thumb doing what? Pressure? No pressure? That's good answer. No pressure. If the thumb presses, your pain starts. And the same happens on the left hand. If you're playing on the left hand, if you press your thumb so hard on the violin, you cannot shift forward and backwards. Your thumb should be so relaxed. And you have seen us playing, when you're shifting to different positions, we have to be, thumb is so relaxed. This part. Okay? Now, let's try with the bow holding now. I'm going to try the smaller bow. Okay? So, try your thumb right here. That's good. And round thumb. Relax, 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 relax. Now, keep holding the cello. Straight, 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 straight. Yeah, that's, don't go there. No. Don't worry. It's okay. It happens for the first time. Now let's hear the sound first. How's the sound? It's good, okay? And the lower string. Now, I see you holding your bow so tight. It feels like you're going to go to fight, like you're holding your sword fighting. Yeah? It's not quite that. So relaxing holding we needed to do. Huh? Let's try again. That's better. That's better. Now you understood now. Yes? Good. Very good. Now, let's have, what is the name of the string? This is a D string. Let's hear the sound. And then A string. And D string. And G string. C string. How does it sound? Yeah? Yeah, it's good, no? The sound is very good, quite heavy sound, right? So now I'm going to try another person now. That's okay? Okay? Very good. Come. Well done. Very good. Now, we're going to play another piece, and you know this one as well. We played it on the violin. Okay? Let's try. hunters means hunting, no? And because those days people used to go hunting on a horse, and then this is the horse drum. There's a horse. It's a horse on the horse. See, all this music, they try to imitate that kind of sound. The horse is going, and person is on the horse going to the hunting. Okay? So as I was telling you, when you're practicing this music, please listen all the time. Yeah, just how you play in orchestra. Yeah, and always be following your next person playing, and then following the conductor. Right? When sir is conducting. Okay? Now, so we're going to play one more piece called Minuet number 2. Anyone knows what minuet means? Dance. What kind of dance is this? You know what happens is Baroque. Do you know Baroque time? Like I would say that is like 17th centuries, 16th centuries. That time, people had no TV, no phones, nothing. So people had to find something to enjoy. So when they go to party, they didn't have a loud music. Loud rock, didn't have these things. So we had to find something them to enjoy. And then the minuet starts, the dance, little form of dance. And remember those days, you probably have some of them you studied. People used to wear a lot of clothes, a lot of long clothes. So if you have wearing a lot of clothes, you can jump and do all kind of twists and things, yeah? Simple dance to do. That's why all the minuet happens. So all the male and female dancing together. That's the way they party. Not nowadays, loud music. Okay, let's see. Minuet.
के भनेर भनिरहेको हुन्छ कि होइन। तर के मेरो विचारमा चाहिँ के छ भने हरेक बाजा, चाहे त्यो भाइलिन होस्, चाहे भियोला होस्, चाहे चेलो होस्, हाम्रो भाइलिनको फ्यामिलीमा त्यो मात्रै नभएर कहिलेकाहीँ इफेक्टमा चलाउने बाजाहरू हुन्छ नि, जस्तो मुर्चुङ्गा भयो होइन, मादलै भनौँ होइन, तबला भन, त्यो यदि त्यो सुइटेबल नहुँदो, राम्रो नहुँदो भने मान्छेले किन बजाउँछ होइन। त्यस कारण हरेक बाजाको चाहिँ एकदमै उत्तिकै महत्त्व हुन्छ। इभन हुइस्लिङ होइन, सुस्केर हाल्छु नि हामीले होइन, त्यसको सुत्दा त्यति इफेक्ट हुन्छ भनेपछि त्यस कारण चाहिँ अब जस्तो हामीले चाहिँ यहाँ आज चाहिँ चेलोको यो चाहिँ सानो वर्कसप जस्तो किन गरेको त भन्दाखेरि हाम्रो स्ट्रिङ फ्यामिलीमा चेलो भनेको घरको जग जस्तो कुरो बुझ्यो। घरको जग बलियो छ भने पो छाना जतिकै सुकै राम्रो बनाए पनि भयो। जगै बलियो छैन, छाना चाहिँ एकदम राम्रो छ, जग चाहिँ छैन भने त्यो घर भत्किन्छ कुरो बुझ्यो। त्यस कारण हरेक बाजाको आफ्नो एकदमै ठुलो महत्त्व हुन्छ। तिम्रो घरको परिवारमा हजुरबा त अब बुढो हुनुभयो होइन, काम गर्न सक्नुहुन्न होइन, हजुरबाको के काम भनेर भन्न मिल्छ। तर त्यो घरको जग बसाउने काम कसले गरेको त सुरुमा हजुरबाबाट सुरु हुन्छ र अहिले नाति पनातिको समयमा आउँदाखेरि त्यो घर अझै राम्रो बन्न सक्छ होइन। त्यस्तै हाम्रो म्युजिकमा चाहिँ के हुन्छ भने जस्तो डबल बेस तिमीले देखिरहेको छौ होइन, डबल बेसको ठुलो काम केही पनि हुँदैन होइन, तर त्यसले चाहिँ एउटा इन्भाइरोमेन्ट यति राम्रो बनाइदिन्छ नि, त्यो चाहिँ होल म्युजिक। अन्त भाइल मात्रै बजायो हुन्थ्यो नि त, भाइल मात्रै बजायो भने पनि मोनोटोनस हुन्छ। अनि त्यसलाई अलिकति डिफ्रेन्स ल्याउनको लागि के गर्नु चाहियो त अरू अरू बाजाहरू चाहियो। त्यही कारणले हामीले चाहिँ यो चाहिँ वर्कसप गरेको हो होइन। अनि अब आगामी दिनमा माउन्ट भ्यूमा हामी भाइलिन बजाउन ठिक छ, भाइलिनमा भाइलिन बजाउँ होइन, त्यो रहर कुरा गर्नुपर्छ। सुरुमा हामीले अघि कुरा गर्दै आइरहेको थियौँ, सुरुमा चाहिँ जस्तो बाजा बजाउन अब यसको फ्यामिलीमा सबभन्दा सजिलो के भन्दा भाइलिन नै होइन। भाइलिनबाट आइडिया भएपछि त्यस पछाडि चाहिँ यु क्यान स्विच टु भियोला or you can switch to cello or double bass. If you have already played cello, then it becomes easy to start double bass. है त्यसरी चाहिँ हामीले चाहिँ एउटा चाहिँ फ्यामिली चाहिँ ठुलो र बलियो बनाउँदै गयो भने मात्रै अर्केस्ट्रा चाहिँ बलियो हुन्छ। अन्त भाइ अब 100जना भाइलिन बजाउने भयो, एकजना पनि चेलो बजाउने छैन होइन, त्यो चाहिँ सुहाउँदैन त्यति राम्रो पनि। साउन्डै एक प्रकारको मात्रै आउँछ कि, किनभने मैले अघि भने नि घर बनाउनको लागि जग बलियो हुन्छ होइन, जग बलियो भयो भने तला थप्न मिल्छ होइन। किन हामीले इन्जिनियरहरूलाई चाहिँ गुहार्छौँ त घर राम्रो घर बनाउनको लागि भन्दाखेरि उनीहरूलाई आइडिया छ, उनीहरूले इस्टिमेट गर्छ। अनि यति वेट बराबरको जग भयो भने यति तल घर थाम्छ होइन। तल छैन होइन, तल चाहिँ मानिलिउँ न तलको फ्लोर चाहिँ सानो छ अनि माथि चाहिँ सिलिङ थप्दै गयो होइन, ठुलो ठुलो पराकेले गर्दै गयो भने त कुनै पनि दिन त्यो ढल्छ त्यो, अनि माथि वेट बढी हुन्छ होइन, तल हुँदैन। त्यस कारण जग जहिले सुकै तल जगको चाहिँ वेट चाहिँ बढी हुनुपर्छ। अब जस्तो अब हाम्रो इन्स्ट्रुमेन्टहरूमा चाहिँ डबल बेस चाहिँ ठुलो हुन्छ होइन, त्यसको भोल्युम पनि ठुलो हुन्छ। त्यस कारण चाहिँ 100जना भाइलिन बजाउने छ भने 100जना पनि डबल बेस बजाउने भयो भने भाइलिन सुन्दै सुन्दैन बुझ्यो त। त्यस कारण झन्डै अब भाइलिन बजाउने 100जना छ भने है भियोला बजाउने 50जना चाहिन्छ है, अनि त्यस पछाडि चाहिँ चेलो बजाउने 30जना, यहाँ डबल बेस बजाउने 20जना है भयो भने एकदम स्विट साउन्ड आउँछ है। तर उल्टो के भन्दाखेरि त्यो सबैजना बराबर सबैजना 100 भयो भने भाइलिन त सुन्दै कुरो बुझ्यो त, त्यति फरक पर्छ। अनि त्यस कारण चाहिँ हामीलाई चाहिँ अब भाइलिन भियोला फेरि कस्तो छ भने जस्तो अहिले मैले भने अहिले मानवले पनि भने जस्तो चेलो मान्छेलाई पछि चाहिँ किन रिकगनाइज गर्न सक्छ त भन्दाखेरि यो हाम्रो ह्युमन भोइससँग नजिक छ होइन जस्तो भाइलिनमा अघि भने जस्तै जब ई स्ट्रिङतिर ए स्ट्रिङ जान्छ नि गरेर चिचाउन थालेपछि इट बिकम्स डिफिकल्ट टु रिकगनाइज द साउन्ड अनि जस्तो तिमीहरूको पनि पोजिसन जाँदाको समस्या त्यही हो नि होइन लो पोजिसन बज्छ त्यही चिज होइन हाई पोजिसन जाँदा किन बज्दैन नट बिकज इट इज डिफिकल्ट बट बिकज यु क्यानट रिकगनाइज म सही हो कि गलत हो थाहा हुँदैन चाहिँ हो कि जस्तो लाग्छ होइन होला ठिकै होला भने जस्तो त्यो तर कहिले पनि करेक्ट त्यो के कारणले त हुन्छ नि बिकज अफ द पिच